everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to one of my favorite parts of the month, which is where I give you my update on how my 5-pan rolling style project pan is going. And I'm happy to say that I have reached an empty this month, which I'm super excited because that means we get to roll it out and roll something new in its place. I was actually expecting to hit 2 empties though, and unfortunately we only hit 1, but I will give you the update very soon on that. Filming this drinking a Olipop Classic Grape. This is not my favorite flavor. I would say my favorite flavors are just classic root beer and cream soda, but this comes in the big case from Costco, and so I feel like I need to drink it. And I don't know why I'm sharing that with you all, but I am. If you are unfamiliar with this project, at the end of last year, I worked on a list called Planning to Pan, and I went through my collection and figured out products that I wanted to completely finish this year. And then at the beginning of this year, I rolled in 5 of those products into this project, which is my rolling style 5-pan project pan, in hopes of finishing them. And then once I finish them, I can roll them out and roll something new in its place. I track usage by tallying how many times I use a product over the course of the month. And then when I film these updates, I compare both the weight and then how the product actually looks from month to month. So that is a little bit of like how you're gonna be able to see progression in these videos. I love planning. I've been doing it for several years now. I feel like I have continued to work through my collection due to my panning, and I've definitely slowed down my consumption. So I actually recently filmed and posted my makeup collection video, and I feel like my collection feels probably a lot older than a lot of other people's. And that is because when I started panning, I stopped buying as much. But as you know, if you pan, it takes forever to use products, and so a lot of my products are still older because I just haven't gotten around to finishing them yet. I'm not like constantly bringing in new stuff. So anyways, that's kind of why my collection is the way it is, but I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with all the products that I have. Everything is performing wonderfully, so no complaints there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the updates and talk about all the products that are still in this project and my 1 empty. Starting first with like kind of the bummer update is my Tarte C Hydro-Flex Serum. I used this one 17 times this month and I did not get an empty. I was talking about in my last video that I was pretty sure that this was gonna be finished up pretty soon into February. And I feel like 17 uses is a good amount of uses on this, and we're still not done. So this product, I will say, has impressed me with the amount of product. It's only 1 fluid ounce, but I feel like it has lasted me forever. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that this is the month that I get the empty on it. There really doesn't feel like that much left. And like I've mentioned, when I put it on, it sometimes sputters coming out. So I feel like we're close, but I also thought that at the end of last month, and 17 uses later, we're still here and there's still product in here. So I am not trusting myself as much with making judgment calls around this product and how much we have left, but I'm very hopeful that we will get this one finished up in March. But I do get to give you an update on an empty. So I finished my One Size On Till Dawn setting spray. I also thought that this one was gonna be finished up in like 2 sprays after my last video. It took me 9 times to get an empty on this one, but I really did use it till like the last drop. There's like nothing left in here and like nothing comes out of the sprayer anymore. So I really made sure that I used every single little bit of this setting spray. And I have to admit, this is like a top favorite of mine right now. I've started using this Cali Ray Surf Proof setting spray, which is supposed to be a setting spray to like lock your makeup down as well. This is also hydrating, and I feel like this is mattifying, and so I have noticed the difference there. It is like truly remarkable because I was using this back to back all the time, that when I switched over to this, like there is a significant difference. Like this definitely keeps me way more matte, which is my preference too. So anyways, all that to say, big fan of it. I'm sure it'll show up in my collection again at some point because it works so well, and it's just truly one of the best that I've ever used for just like locking down your makeup and keeping everything kind of exactly how you said it. All right, the next product that I have to share with you is my Benetint, and I also use this one 17 times. I feel like at this point we're like 1/3 of the way done this product. I continue to wear this like every time that I'm putting makeup on. It is like my go-to blush product. Sometimes I layer powder blush on top of it, sometimes I don't. And then I also try to wear this on my lips quite a bit as well. It's just kind of like a stain on the lips, which I think is really nice layered under glosses a lot of the time. But again, I've talked about this in my other videos when I'm talking about my project pan. And I rolled this in because I really enjoy this product and I love working on it, and it's just been so fun to use on a regular basis. It's also just really satisfying to see the product move in this one. I love panning products like this because you can really see how well you're doing or how much you're using of it. And yeah, I mean, no bad things to say about it. I've become like the biggest fan of this since I was gifted this by a friend. Also hit 17 uses on my Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. I was looking at this today and was feeling a little bit discouraged because I really don't think the pan has expanded that much in the last 2 months. And my goal, of course, for this product is to finish it this year. And I feel like if the pan is not expanding and we're 1/6 through the year already, that I just don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this whole highlight by the end of the year, which made me sad. And so I don't wanna be like negative already, but I also feel like I tend to be a bit realistic about things. And I was just looking at this and not seeing the progress that maybe I wanted to. That being said, I'm always curious to see how this actually looks in the side-by-sides, because there you actually do see more progress than you do just like looking at it on a daily basis. At the end of the day though, what I'm looking at is the fact that there is still a ton of product in here, and it just might not be in the cards to finish this year, I suppose, but I do want to keep it in and keep working on it. I want to see how far I can get on this, and then if I don't end up finishing it this year, then it is something that I would work on next year to hopefully finish up. So all that to say, you know, we continue to make progress. I'm happy with the 17 uses. It's just going to be a very, very slow progression for this product. And then lastly is my Fenty Beauty Cream Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. And I used this one 26 times this month, so really happy with the number of usage on here. I think I mentioned in my last video that I should probably be above that, and I agree. I would love to be in like the 30s or 40s in usage numbers, but 26 is pretty close to 30, so I'm not mad about it. And we're definitely making some great progress. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this on camera, but we're probably right about where the R is in cream in terms of like where the product's settling. It's of course still on the sides up here, but the majority of the product is from this like R and below. So really good spot in here for only 2 months into the year. I think I've mentioned I've panned a Fenty lip gloss before and it took me the full 12 months. So I'm really hoping to finish this one up before then. And so I'm feeling like we're nearing halfway on this, which is really exciting, at least in terms of like where the product's settling right now. I think with everything around the sides, we're definitely still above halfway, but happy to continue to make progress on this one. I love this gloss. It is like my go-to gloss when I need to reapply at work. I'm only in the office 3 days a week. Anytime I'm eating, after that, I like to reapply my gloss. Of course, anytime my lips are feeling dry, I try and wear this gloss. And then I'm also trying to wear it more at home or just like going out. So I have some on today, and I'm just trying to, you know, work this into my everyday routine as well. So we're getting like the everyday routine as well as the reapplying at work to get the usage. So my goal for March is 30 uses on this. I'm hoping that we can do it. That is my update for this month. I'm very happy with all the progress and of course thrilled that I've hit an empty. And so now we need to figure out what to replace my One Size setting spray with. And so I have a few options that I actually wanted to talk through. So I was taking a look at my planning to pan list and also looking at what I've recently rolled into my Shop My Stash project pan. And there are a few products that are kind of bubbling up to the top as where I'd probably want to focus. The first, of course, is my Marc Jacobs bronzer. I want to finish this one this year, and similar to that highlight, there's just a ton of product left in here, and if I don't start working on it soon, we're just not going to get there by the end of the year. But I do have this right now in my Shop My Stash project pan, so really I am kind of focusing on it this month, and so as a result of that, I'm going to leave it out until I probably hit my next empty. I also have this Surf Proof setting spray, but this is also in my Shop My Stash project pan. So I'm like, do I wait another month before rolling this one in? And then I also have the Clinique Black Honey lipstick. I am working on a gloss, so would I want to roll in another lip product, knowing just how hard lip products are to finish in general. And so those are kind of the things that I'm debating. I think had this not just been rolled into my Shop My Stash project pan, I probably would have selected this one. But because it has, I think I'm gonna go actually actually with my Clinique Black Honey. This product is significantly different than this product, and I'll be wearing them at different times and in different ways, perhaps layered on top of each other though as well. And so as a result of that, I think it's gonna be fun to get some work on this. I think right now I can layer this up to get a little bit of a darker shade, but also as we head into spring and summer, I can just kind of do that like light swipe, and it's gonna be perfect for that. I do think I'm gonna need some time to actually work on this. Although some of you said that you've been able to finish this faster than maybe you were expecting. I just know lipsticks for me usually take quite a bit of time, so we will see. But I do feel like because that one is more of a sheer lipstick and also has more of like a gloss effect, it will be easier to use up just due to being able to layer it. So I'm really excited about this month's update. I'm really excited to be rolling in Clinique Black Honey into this project and being able to see that the progress that we can make there. And I'm kind of gonna just be like working on these on the side within my Shop My Stash project pan, and these will probably be waiting in the wings to be rolled into this project once I get some additional empties. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video and that you're doing well and staying safe. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.